Hey guys, how are you today? Hope you had a good weekend. I actually spent my Sunday helping one of my mates who's in a real rut. He's in a spot where he really needs to make some changes, he feels, in his life and move on from some people and move on from some situations. So he came to me, hi William, nice to see you today. And the reason he came to me is because he knows it's my job to help people get out of ruts. I do that and thankfully get some lovely feedback. And so I just wanted to share with you what we went through yesterday, because this is part of what I use in my workshops, but I know it's also helpful, well, hopefully you find it helpful for other people. The biggest thing I had to do, hi William, the biggest thing I had to do was listen. I had to listen without any judgment to what he had to say about his situation. He just needed to get it off of his chest. And I'm sure you've been in the same situation. Like, let me know if you have, like, send some love. There's nothing worse, is there, than trying to get across your story. We want to say what it is that's happening to us. And if people are interrupting us, it really is frustrating. And we just want to be heard. We're human beings. That's how we feel. So my first job was just to listen to what he had to say, and not to judge it, just to listen and take in exactly what he was saying so that I could help him out, just to start with hearing his story. Because the biggest thing I've found is often we need to actually get it out of our head. And one of the things I use often in my workshops is I get people either to speak out loud or also to write things down, because often we don't know what's happening in our head, do we? We have all this jumble happening, we've got all these things that are running around in our head, and we really need to get to the bottom of that, to get it out, get it down onto a piece of paper, or to say it out loud. Because the number of times people I've discovered, hi David, how you doing? The number of times I've discovered people get an aha moment when they have got it out, and it's because they weren't conscious of it until they said it or wrote it down. But of course, when people do say what they need to say to us, because we're being a good listener, we have to not judge. We have to suspend our own beliefs and thought patterns, and I know that's really difficult, but if we're going to help our friends, that's our job. Down the track, if they ask us for some advice, well, it's up to you if you decide to give that. But most people, I find, once they actually get their thing out of their head and out into the open with what they have to say, they actually have their own answers. They usually know what it is that they want to do to move forward. So it's not very often my job to suggest what people need to do. In fact, it's rare that I do it. Thanks for agreeing, William. We have to be really careful about not putting our own agenda onto other people. So while we're listening, please try and be as non-judgmental as possible. Bite your lip if you have to. And one of the ways that I find that it's easier to do this is to do something with someone. So maybe you don't need to put them under the spot by looking directly at them. Maybe go for a walk with them or cook with them, chopping up vegetables. So the conversation's all happening, but it's not as confrontational as just sitting across from someone and trying to expose yourself and what it is that you're, when they're exposing to you, what it is that they're going through. And more than anything, the biggest recommendation I can have, which can be to help you, is to not take it on. It's our job when someone comes to us who's in a bit of a rut to observe what they're doing, to sit back, take it on, to take it in, but not to actually take it on. What's happening in other people's lives, even though it does affect us, I know, and we can feel sympathy and we can help them out as best as possible by listening and observing and helping them to get it out. But it's not for us to take on board what it is that they're doing. It's not our battle to fight. It's their battle. And as I said, most people I find have their own answers. So our job, please, number one, listen. Let people talk and say what it is that they need to say, to get it out, to get it onto paper, to say what it is. Hi Joe, how you doing? Hey Chester, good to see you. Number two, don't judge. It's not for us to judge, and I know that's really hard, but just shut your mouth, listen, and as I said, do something else if it helps for you to be able to not look them and so in the eye in case that you feel like your eyes are getting a bit judgmental. And number three, protect yourself and them by not taking on their shit. It's not yours to take on. let them work through what it is. By all means, be a kind listening ear, but let's help each other to get out of ruts. Guys, have a good day. I hope you're not in a rut. I've actually got an event coming up in a few weeks, which would be awesome for you to come to if you are in a rut, because I think one of the best ways to get out of it is to do something different. So we've got this event where I'm asking people to do something that they've never done, that they've always wanted to do. I'm hopeless with my events and remembering when they are. I've got too many. Tuesday, I think it's the September 19th. Come along if you're in Melbourne with an idea of what it is that you want to do differently. It could be anything from skydiving just to something really simple, by being held accountable to leaving work early, for instance. Whatever it is, pop along. It'd be awesome to have you there. But yeah, please, when you're helping other people get out of their ruts, remember it's hard, and we need support, and the best way that we can do that is to not judge, to let them say what they need to say, and to observe and not take it on or take it any personally. Have a great night, guys, and all the best. Cheers.